Once we've agreed on the configuration of the cell, we have a methodology in the fixturing of how it could be made. The two come together, and then you as the customer will say, it meets my cycle time. We may even have done weld assessments. There may be some joints that have never been done before. We're more than happy to do weld tests in the lab. We have lots of equipment set up all the time, so we can do test pieces. And then it just, again, it's all about building the confidence so it takes the risk out of the job for you. It's no good to us, you taking a machine and you're going, oh, I didn't realize it does that. I wish it could do this, all these kind of things. So we work very hard so that you understand what's coming your way. We emphasize a great deal on training too. So it's a balance. I know you'll have a financial controller breathing down your neck that wants you to spend as little as possible. We understand that, but you have to spend the right amount to get the return on investment to work properly for you. So in steps and processes, we have an idea how we want to make it. We have an idea of what kind of cell it should be in. Two come together. An offline assessment is made up. We can share videos. You can go and discuss it in your teams. And then we agree this is the concept. A quotation follows. There'll be commercial discussions. And then hopefully an acceptance of an order at some point. And then the real work starts.
Correct. Yeah, at that point, typically once the once the selection of the equipment is made, we as a tooling company do assessment of ourselves as far as looking at, again, methodologies that's used within the plant, production habits, sometimes even talking to operators, talking to the engineers. One of the more important relationships for us in a successful tooling project is to have a clear line of communication with the manufacturing engineer that is in charge of the product, as well as it's good for us to have a clear line of communication with the maintenance personnel as well, because they are the guys that are going to live with this day in and day out. And a lot of times they're not happy when they have a corporate office that buys something and sends it to them and then they have to live with it. So we're very careful in the quoting and process development to make sure we include those people that are the end users so that we can give them a good solution. Yeah. And one of the keys that I think to point out too, as we're discussing this, is that there's a lot of background work and a lot of background investigation that's done from both sides of this agreement, even ahead of, say, the issuing of PO. The selection of the equipment, the development of the process, those kind of things. Those are some of the upfront things that occur, ahead of the issuing the PO. And then when we receive our POs, that is the go point.
Yeah.
For us, at that point, it's the beginning of the design process. Whether it's one fixture, multiple fixtures, we work with the engineer to develop the fixture design that they're looking for. And then once that's established, whether we have an on-site meeting with, that particular engineer or the entire staff, we can go through and discuss, the individual locating fixtures, the individual, just components of the tool itself, and make sure that everybody is on board before we start the beginning of production.